Okay, this is for the advanced class. This is TEAC Objective 6.2c, locate, compare, and order integers and rational numbers using a number line. Okay, this can be a little bit difficult, but I think you're up to the challenge, and I am going to challenge you. Okay, so let's not hesitate, but let's go ahead and proceed. Remind me when I'm off the page. Okay, here we go. The objective here is to label the number line below. Well, first off, notice that it goes from 0 to 2. And here's the strategy that you need to understand. If you're going to 2, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 segments, then what you have to do is divide 2 by 4. And that equals, well, we borrow a 0, and that's 0.5. Okay, so each one of these has to be an increment of 0.5 from the beginning position. So 0.5 plus 0 is 0.5. This one would be 1. This one would be 1.5, and there you have 2. Now it seems relatively easy, but it's going to get a little bit more difficult if you don't follow this construct. Okay? Label the number line below and plot these points. Well, let's go ahead and use what we did there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 into 1.6, because that's the distance from here to here, is 0.2. Correct? Yes. So this is 0.2. This is 0.4. This is 0.6, 0.8, 1, 1.2, 1.4, and then we'll go ahead and add, and so we have that all correct. Well, this one is really easy to identify. That's right. I don't want to bleed on the paper. Is right there. I guess it really doesn't matter to use a different color. But this one, 3/5. Remember, 3/5 equals what over 100? If you need to cross multiply, please cross multiply, but I like using the multiples of 100. That means 20, so times 20. So this is 60. 60 over 100 equals 0.60 or 0.6. Is it down here? Yes, it is. So this is the other point on that number line. Okay? The other ones are pretty much the same thing, so let's hurry through it. We have a number line that goes from 0 to 0.5. So if that's the case, and we have how many segments? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 0.5 divided by 4. Well, 4 goes into 0.5 one time. That leaves 10, because we're borrowing a 0. and that goes in 2 times, and then we have 20, so it's 1.25. So this one is 0.125. This one is 0.25. And this one is 0.375. You guys like the zeros in front? Okay. Now, this one is easy to know. This one, well, what is 1/4 equal to over 100? And yes, multiply by 25 down here, so you multiply by 25 up here, and you get 25. And guess what? Here it is. Easy. All right, let's go ahead and do example 4. Now, because all the other ones were 0, all we had to use was this number here, because the difference between that number and 0 is that number. But in this one, 1.5 and 3, what you have to do first is subtract. And you get 1.5. Okay? Now, you have to divide by what? How many segments? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1.5 divided by 6 is equal to what? Come on, guys, hurry up. Yes, it is 0.25. You don't believe me? 12, 30, 6 times 5 is 30. There you go. So, the distance from here to here is 0.25. So, what do we have as the next number? It's 1.75. And the next number is 2.0. And the next number is 2.25. And the next number is 2.50. The next number is 2.75. And if you add 0.25 to this, you should get 3, and it does. But these numbers are fractions, and not pretty ones at that. So let's go ahead and convert. What is that? 2 goes into 5 how many times? 2 times, and with 1/2, which also equals 2.5. Well, that's right here. Okay, what is this one? Oh, 2 and 2.25 or 2 1/4. Is that on the number line? Why, sure it is. It's right here. Okay, now get started immediately with the practice, and we'll show you the answers here shortly, but I want to walk around and see that you're doing it correctly, okay? Here's the practice key. It's in green. I'm going to slide it up so we can see all of it at one time. And we're done.